shirt, laughing in the churchyard, helping with the work. Carried all the bags for the grandmas on the block, held the elevator.
Prison was meant to end him. Steel bars, locked doors, silence. But for the handsome devil, confinement became expansion. From a concrete cage, he whispered through letters, coded calls, and shadowed forums, his charm slipping through cracks the walls couldn't seal. Admirers became disciples. Disciples became copycats. And somewhere beyond the razor wire, his former partner's methods resurfaced, refined, repeated, reborn in unfamiliar hands. The killings changed, but the signature remained. Authorities watched the cell. They should have watched the world, because while his body was caged, his influence was free, multiplying, evolving, and preparing to strike again. Evan Cole was convicted. Deadpool killer was caged. The world exhaled, but monsters rarely disappear. They evolve. I'm Mr. Vanny. Welcome to our channel, Crime Chronicle 1. Prison has a sound most people don't expect. Not screaming, not violence. Silence. Evan Cole sat alone in a maximum security cell, hands folded, posture perfect. The same calm that had seduced millions through a screen now unnerved the guards tasked with watching him. He did not cry. He did not rage. He did not ask for appeals. Instead, he smiled. Across the country, Detective Elena Cross couldn't sleep. Serial killers usually unravel after capture. They brag. They confess. They seek relevance. Evan did none of that, and that terrified her. The first body appeared 6 months after Evan's sentencing. Seattle, male, age 31. The murder was slop of too much blood. No finesse above the message was unmistakable. A red playing card lay on the victim's chest. Deadpool. News outlets rushed to headlines. Deadpool killer returns. Elena Cross stared at the crime scene photos, jaw clenched. No, she said. This isn't him. This was someone trying to be him. Within weeks, 2 more murders surfaced. Different cities. Same symbolism, but something darker emerged online. A subreddit exploded in popularity. Hashtag handsome devil leaves. Inside were thousands of users dissecting Evan Cole's philosophy. He exposed society's hypocrisy. He wasn't evil, was honest. The victims chose him. They weren't mourning the dead. They were worshipping the killer. Elena recognized the pattern immediately. Evan hadn't just killed people. He had built a movement. Paramount cameras rolled as Evan granted his first prison interview. No makeup, no theatrics, just calm confidence. When asked about the copycat murders, Evan tilted his head slightly. I never asked anyone to follow me. The interviewer pressed him. Do you condemn the violence? Evan smiled. People hear what they want. I simply spoke. The clip went viral within hours. And somewhere, someone took notes. The girl who watched it closely, her username was Velvet Halo. She appeared everywhere, commenting thoughtfully, defending Evan with eerie precision. Elena Cross noticed something off. Velvet Halo didn't idolize Evan's crimes. She idolized his control. A digital trail led Elena to a small town in Ohio, to a woman named Marissa Hale, 24, graduate student in behavioral psychology. No criminal record, no red flags, except one. She had written her thesis on parasocial intimacy and moral detachment. Elena felt the room tilt. The disciple, Marissa Hale, never touched a weapon. She didn't have to. She groomed others. Through private chats and encrypted servers, she reformed Evan's ideology into something more dangerous. He showed us the truth. We finished the sentence. She coached lonely men, validated their resentment, fed them purpose. The murders weren't random. They were assignments. Evan's letters. Then the letters started. Handwritten, perfect cursive, addressed to Marissa. Prison mail logs confirmed it. Evan Cole had found her. He never told her to kill. He didn't need to. His words were subtle, surgical. Influence is power without fingerprints. Elena realized too late. Evan wasn't inactive. He had upgraded. Authorities raided Mary's apartment at dawn. Inside they found detailed profiles of victims, psychological breakdowns of potential recruits, Evan's letters, framed like scripture. But Marissa was gone. She had anticipated this. On her laptop, one final video queued automatically. Marissa stared into the camera, eyes bright. You can't arrest an idea. The feed cut. Inside the handsome devil's courtroom, Elena confronted Evan, face to face. You're still killing people, she said. Evan leaned forward. No, I'm teaching. She slammed the letters on the table. You manipulated her. Evan's smile faded for the first time. No, detective. I inspired her. Just like your network inspired you. That was the moment Elena understood. The show itself was part of the problem. Marissa resurfaced in New York, not to kill, to broadcast. A live stream hijacked multiple platforms simultaneously. Her face filled millions of screens. You watched him, you studied him, you turned him into entertainment. Behind her, a clock counted down, not to death, to exposure. She released names, dozens, users who had encouraged violence, moderators who protected the movement, influencers who monetized obsession. Chaos erupted online, arrests followed, the network collapsed in real time. Marissa surrendered quietly. No resistance, no regrets, she said. When Evan learned of her arrest, he asked for a pen. He wrote one final letter, not to Marissa, to the world. If evil survived me, it's because you kept watching. Evan Cole remains in prison, alive, silent. The Deadpool murders stopped. The forums still whisper, clips still circulate, smiles still convince. Detective Elena Cross retired shortly after. Her final words to the camera: the most dangerous killers don't need knives. They need attention. Someone new has joined the chat. This season explores how ideas become cults, how prisons fail against psychological predators, and how escape doesn't always require unlocked doors. This is not a season about running. It is a season about release. The world that listened, the movement did not die with Marissa Hale. It scattered, like spores, across continents. Forums rebranded, language softened, symbols evolved. The red playing card disappeared, replaced by subtler markers, mirrored emojis, coded phrases, inside jokes only the initiated understood. They stopped calling him Handsome Devil. They called him the Speaker. And Evan Cole, a convicted serial killer, left without parole, became something far more dangerous than a criminal. He became a philosophy. Prison is a classroom. Blackridge Penitentiary was designed to erase individuality. Concrete, steel, routine. But Evan Cole thrived in routine. Psych evaluations noted the change first. He volunteered for group therapy, requested books on leadership, theology, behavioral economics. Spoke less, but when he did, people leaned in. Inmates began requesting transfers into his block. Guards noticed, fights dropped. Tension eased. Evan wasn't violent. He was regulating the environment. A warden's memo read: Inmate Cole exerts calming influence. Recommend continued observation. Elena Cross, now retired, read that memo and felt her blood run cold. From solitary confinement, Evan built a doctrine. Not written, not recorded, taught. It spread mouth to mouth, cell to cell. 3 core beliefs. 1. Identity is a performance. 2. Morality is a social agreement, not a truth. 3. Freedom begins the moment guilt ends. Inmates who absorbed it changed. They slept better, thought less, stopped fearing release. They didn't want escape, they wanted alignment. The outside church, Interpol flagged it first. A series of non-violent but coordinated actions across 5 countries, court disruptions, digital sit-ins, synchronized resignations, anonymous whistleblower dumps. Each incident followed the same linguistic structure, same metaphors, same rhetorical rhythm. A global collective calling itself the Mirror Assembly claimed responsibility. Their motto: you already know what to do. Evan Cole had never left prison, yet the world was moving to his cadence. The woman who opened the door, Dr. Chaverne, was brought in as a consultant, criminal psychologist, specialist in cult deprogramming, no media presence. She met Evan without fear, and without fascination. You don't want to escape, she said calmly. Evan smiled. Everyone wants to escape something. She shook her head. You want to prove you never needed walls. For the first time all season, Evan said nothing. Escape without leaving. The plan wasn't a breakout. It was a reframing. Evan encouraged inmates to accept responsibility publicly, to speak calmly in hearings, to show growth, not remorse. Parole boards took notice. One by one, his followers were released. And when they stepped outside, they didn't disappear. They organized businesses, communes, think tanks, spiritual retreats. Evan wasn't leaving prison. He was exporting himself. The breach, then something unexpected happened. A riot, not on Evan's block, on the opposite wing. Chaos, smoke, injuries. During the confusion, a systems failure unlocked internal movement corridors for exactly 4 minutes. Evan remained seated in his cell, watching, learning. Later that night, he wrote one line on his notepad: the door is irrelevant. Elena returns. Elena Cross came out of retirement after a massacre in Prague. No weapons used, no physical violence. 17 people followed a mirror assembly directive to end their lives simultaneously as a release demonstration. Elena watched the footage in silence. This wasn't murder. This was surrender. She visited Evan. "You're killing without touching," she said. Evan looked tired. "I'm showing them the exit they already want." She leaned in. "And when do you leave?" Evan finally answered. "When the story needs me to." The escape happened on a Tuesday. No alarms, no force. A clerical error reclassified Evan Cole's sentence under a pilot rehabilitation transfer program. Digital signatures approved it. 3 departments confirmed it. By the time the mistake was discovered, Evan was already gone. No one could explain how. Every system said the same thing: authorized. The world without the devil. Evan did not surface. No sightings, no videos, no statements. Instead, the mirror assembly dissolved overnight. Websites deleted themselves. Leaders vanished. It was as if the cult had completed its purpose. Elena realized too late. Evan didn't want followers forever. Cults collapse. Ideas persist. The last message, months later, Elena received a package. No return address. Inside a simple phone. 1 video file. Evan, older now, softer. Prison taught me something important. Bars only matter if you believe in cages. You never stopped me because I never ran. He smiled at it, charming this time. Resign. If you're watching, I'm already ordinary again. The video ended. The phone wiped itself. Freedom is contagious. Interpol closed the case officially. Unofficially, mirror philosophy still appears in language, leadership seminars, online movements, motivational spaces. Not violent, not criminal, just unsettling. Elena Cross grants her final interview. The scariest thing about Evan Cole isn't that he escaped prison. It's that he proved most people never needed one.
Brief, whole town froze mid-breath. Priest dropped the Bible, teacher grabbed the chest. Reporter on the corner looking lost in the lens. How do you fear a monster that you called your friend? Say you called your friend.